We've never seen a laptop like HP's Spectre Folio before. It's an ultra-portable, but it's covered entirely in leather. And I'm not just talking about leather attached to the case itself is leather. The case is entirely made of leather, and true to its name, it really looks like a fancy leather portfolio notebook. Moving it around, walking with it when it's curved in your hand, it actually doesn't look different than what you'd expect from a normal legal notebook. Under the hood, it is pretty much everything you'd expect from an ultra-portable, but HP did some really cool things here. They really miniaturized the motherboard. It's about 20% smaller than typical motherboards for computers like this. What's really interesting is how HP is constructing this. There's still metal components because that still needs to be there for the frame, but there's still a significant amount of electronics around the leather case. The bottom portion is completely flexible and there's some electronics kind of stuffed under there. The battery is actually underneath the touchpad, and HP did the best they could to really miniaturize all the components of this computer. And you look at this thing, it's just super thin, really slimmed down. Up top there's a 13.3-inch display that's going to be available in 1080p or Full HD. It's also one of the first computers to use Intel's low-power display technology. It uses around 1 watt of power, whereas a typical computer monitor uses around 2 to 3 watts. And that's a decent reduction given how much screen impacts battery life. That should save you a couple hours on this device. And the Spectre Folio has a couple other firsts as well. It's the first Intel Core 8th generation Y series CPU, and that allowed HP to create a completely fanless design. So this is going to be a silent machine. It's a dual core chip though, so it's not going to be super powerful, but it's going to be available in Core i5 and i7 modules. And it's also the first laptop to use Intel's Gigabit LTE technology, which is going to be really useful if you travel a lot on the road and really want blistering fast speeds without connecting to public Wi-Fi. This is one of the always connected PCs we're hearing a lot of PC makers talk about. So HP is promising 19 hours of battery life on the Core i5 model, 17 hours on the Core i7, and on the 4G LTE Core i7 model, it's going to be around 14 hours. So at its core, it's really a typical ultra-portable, but there's a lot of new stuff going on here. I think what's really interesting about the Folio is just the way it feels. We've never seen a laptop kind of have the sensation of feeling like a leather portfolio notebook. Some laptops have had leather accents. Dell had leather accents on an XPS laptop about 10 years ago, but we've never really seen a manufacturer kind of go all in with this material like this. And it just really leads to something different. I don't expect every PC maker to roll out a leather laptop, but what it shows is that computer makers are thinking a little differently now. Maybe we'll see something more than just polished metal that Apple helped popularize, or plastic, which is on every cheap laptop now. This is a convertible laptop too, so it can be placed in a couple different orientations. And HP developed a really cool looking hinge. It actually comes out from the bottom of the machine rather than the top of the display like what we see from the Microsoft Surface. And it can be in a traditional laptop mode. You can actually pull the screen forward and put it in front of the keyboard, and that's kind of the display mode for entertainment and watching videos. And you can actually even pull it out even further and fold it completely flat, and that'll be your tablet mode. This is a 3.25-pound device, so it's still pretty hefty, but it's about the size of the MacBook Pro 13, and it's something that I could carry around easily, and as a laptop and as a tablet, it's something I think a lot of people could be using really easily. The Spectre Folio is available for pre-order today, and it starts at $1299 for the Core i5 model and $1499 for the Core i7 4G LTE model. And also there's going to be a standalone Core i7 model coming to Best Buy at the end of the month. Initially it's going to be available in cognac brown, but there's also going to be a Bordeaux burgundy, kind of a more reddish color that's going to come at the end of December. And that's also when HP says we can expect the 4K display to appear as well. So I don't really expect every PC company to follow in HP's footsteps here and make their own leather computers, but it's kind of a spark of inspiration. It shows that you can do something different with a computer these days and, move beyond metal and plastic and kind of give consumers something that feels completely new.